I'm going to walk you through the entire design workflow on how I created this beautiful birthday flyer in Adobe Photoshop. If today is your first time on my channel, click on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell icon so that anytime I drop new video, you'll be the first person to get notified. If you find this video helpful too, click the like button. Now let's get into the video. Alright, now the first thing I'm going to do is to set up my canvas size. So I'm going to give my project a name, right? So I'm going to call this birthday flyer in Photoshop. Now we are using 4.5 by 5, right? And then the unit is inches. We leave everything as it is, and then I'm going to click on create. Alright, now the first thing I'm going to do is to set up my background. So head over to this guy, click on it, and then click on solid color, right? Then you are going to change the color code here. So we have 012104, and then we are using this as the background color code. Now I'm going to click on OK. Good. Now I'm going to create a new layer on top of that, right? And I'm going to change my foreground color, so something like that. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go for FFB502, click on OK. Then I'm going to grab my brush tool, right? And then let me see. Okay, so the size is okay for me, and make sure I select a soft round brush, right? And then we are going to apply it here, right? So this is okay for me, and then top here like that. Good. All right, now change the blend mode from normal to linear dot. So we have linear dot right here. This is linear dot. Click on it. Now create a new layer on top of that, and then go to your foreground color, and I'm going to go in for this color right here. So right, so we have FFDC87. Click on OK. Grab my brush tool, then I'm going to reduce the size. Okay, so let me go in for 800 pixels, right? Then I'm going to apply it here like that. All right, now head over to the blending option, and then select dissolve, right? And I'm going to decrease the opacity from 100% to 15% like that. Good. This is good for me. All right, now the next I'm going to do is to head over to my shape tools, and then select the ellipse tool here. Then I'm going to draw a circle like that. Okay, so let's increase it. All right, now this is okay for me. Now I'm going to change the color here, so let's come here. So something like this is okay. So this is the color code FF8800. Then click on OK, right? Now right click on it, and then click on rasterize layer. Grab your eraser tool right here. Let's increase the size. Okay, so this is okay. Then I'm going to get rid of the middle like that, right? Press on Ctrl+J to make a duplicate, and then I'm going to resize like that. Ctrl+J again, another duplicate, right? All right, so and I'm going to merge all the three. Right click on it, and then click on merge layers. I'm going to increase the size this way, push it to the top, right? All right, now I'll go ahead and then grab my eraser tool, then get rid of the lower parts like this. All right, you only want the top, so this is what I will do. Okay, good. Now head over to the blending option, of course, and then change it to linear bend. So this is linear bend. I'm going to increase the size a little. Okay, so this is okay for me, and I'm going to click on this guy right here. Awesome. All right, now I'm going to group everything right here. On your keyboard, press on Ctrl+J. All right, now I'm going to right click on it, and then give it a red color. So this folder right here indicates the background folder. Now let me adjust this. Good. So this is okay for me. All right, now the next I'm going to do is to bring in our subjects, but before that, let's go to our folder here and then create a new layer, right? So layer 3, and then let's change our foreground color. So I'm going to sample this color right here. So this is the color code EFCF01. Click on OK. Then let me grab my brush tool, and then let's reduce the opacity to, let's say, 80%, right? and I'm going to apply it to this side and then this side like that, right? All right, now head over to your blending option and then change it to linear dodge like that. Good. Now you can go ahead and then bring in our subjects. So I'm going to drag and drop it here like that. Click on this guy and I'm going to adjust it this way, right? Let me see, keep it right here. Click on this guy. Awesome. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do is to head over to our filter tab here and then click on the camera raw filter. You want to add some adjustment to the image to make it pop, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is to start with some basic adjustments here, right? So let's start with the tints. I'm going to push the tint to, let's say 25, right? And then come to exposure and then change it to a plus of 0.4 like this. Now let's come to contrast and see. So I'm going to decrease the contrast to minus 21 like this, and then the highlights I'm going to push it forward. Okay, so 36 is okay for me. Now let's come to shadows. I want to give it some shadows, so minus 21 is good. And then the whites, okay, let's take out the whites, so minus 100. And then let's come to blacks. Let's see. Okay, so this is good for me. Now let's come to texture, and I'm going to give this a plus of 100. And I come to the clarity. Let's see, also plus of 100, right? And then the dehaze, I'm going to give it a plus of 79. All right, and then let me go to vibrance and then change the vibrance to plus of 30. And then the saturation, I'm just going to give it 11. This is okay for me, right? And let's come to sharpness and then give it a plus of 150 like that. And then come to noise reduction and then change it to 60, right? Now let's come to color noise reduction and see. Let's change that to 53. All right. Okay, so I think this is okay for now. And then I'm going to click on the OK button right here. Good. Now our image is looking more beautiful, right? And the next I'm going to do is to add some drop shadow. So select the subject and then go to FX and then go to drop shadow, right? So let's come to the color. Now I'm going to change the color to white. Click on OK and then change the opacity to 54%. And then the angle, let's change it to minus 15 like that. And then the distance, I'm going to maintain it at 18 pixels. The spread, I'm going to change it to 16%. And then the size, we leave it at 0. Now let's come to the contour and then select the first contour right here like that, right? And then let's decrease the noise and click on OK. Awesome. Now the next I'm going to do is to grab my brush tool. So I have my brush tool here and then change the foreground color. Let me sample the color here. Okay, so let's sample the color of the suits, right? So this is okay, and this is the color code 040000, right? Then click on OK. Now I'm going to create a new layer and then increase the size, right? Then I'm going to apply it down here like that. Okay, so let's increase the opacity to 100 and then apply it. Awesome. So this is okay for me. Now I'm going to add my first text. So grab your text tool and I'm going to add my text. Let me increase the size to 36, change the color to white, and I'm going to add my text. It is Zion. Right click on this guy right here. Okay, so I'm going to change the font. Right now I have this font here called Enlighten Your Destiny. Click on it, then click on this guy. All right, now if you want this font that I'm using, it is right available in the Ultimate Graphic Design Resource pack. So if you have the font, if you have the folder, the Ultimate Graphic Design Resource folder, I want you to go to the font folder and then search for this particular font here called the Enlighten Your Destiny. Install it and then you can use it for this particular flyer, right? If you don't have it too, I'm going to leave a link in the description of the video so you can download it yourself. And the next I'm going to do is to bring in my next image. So head over to my resource files and I'm going to link all of these in the description of the video, so you don't have to worry. Click on this guy, right click on it and then click on rasterize layer. Now go to select and then click on subjects and then let's wait for the subject to be selected. All right, now I'm going to add my layer mask, and then the background is gone. Then I'm going to position it right here like this, decrease the size, keep it right here. Okay, so let's see. All right, now I'm going to right click on it and then click on convert to smart objects. Right now, let's do some adjustments. So go to your image tab, click on adjustment, and then click on the hue and saturation, and then let's increase the saturation a little bit like this. If you want, you can go ahead and then use the camera raw filter to add more depth to the image to make it more stunning, right? All right, now I'm going to add a drop shadow. So head over to your effects and then click on drop shadow. Now you're going to use a different setting for this particular one, right? So let's change the color. Now I'm going to use 818A09. Then I'm going to click on OK, and then for the opacity, I'm going to change it to 58. And then the angle, you are going to maintain the -15 degrees here, and the distance as well, you are going to maintain it, but then change the spread to 21%, and then the size, I'm going to change it to 7. Right, then let's come to the contour here, and then we are going to go for the second contour right here, then click on OK. Awesome. And the next thing I'm going to do is to head over to my shape tools and then select the rectangle tool. Then from top to down, draw a straight portrait shape like that, right? I'm going to adjust it this way. Now I'm going to change the blending option from normal to soft light. So I have soft light here. Click on it like that, right? Let's see. If you want, you can also decrease the opacity. So let's change the opacity to 80%, right? So this is great for me. Awesome. Now I'm going to go ahead and then add my next text. So go to your text tool and then let's add our next text. Let's change the size to 14, right? Then I'm going to add my next text, which is God bless your new age, right? Great. And I'm going to change the fonts. So I have this font here called the University Roman LET, right? Once again, this font is also available in the Ultimate Graphic Design Resource Pack. So if you have the resources, you have all these fonts at your disposal. All right, so for those of you who don't know what the Ultimate Graphic Design Resource Pack is all about, it's a resource pack that comes with so many different resources to help graphic designers design better, right? We have so many resources, from background to models to light effects to fonts and a whole lot. So if you're a graphic designer and you are looking for a graphic design resource pack to help you design better, to help you design faster and more efficiently, then I'm recommending the Ultimate Graphic Design Resource Pack. The amazing thing is you are just going to make a one-time payment and then you are going to enjoy the resource pack for life. Also, you will get to be updated with more resources from time to time. If you are here to get yourself your copy, I'm going to leave the link in the description of this video. I will also leave the link in the comment section there. Click on that link and then get yourself your copy, right? Now I'm going to add my last text. So grab my text tool, draw a text box like this, right? And then this could be your birthday wish. I'm going to change it to Times New Roman, then decrease the size. So let's see. Let me space it out like that. I think this is okay for me, and I'm going to leave it right here like that. Great. And there we have our beautiful birthday flyer. If you find this video helpful, click on that like button, and if you are new here too, click on that subscribe button. Make sure you don't forget, turn on the notification bell icon, because that is the most important thing. And until I come your way with another Photoshop tutorial like this, I'm out.